As you see, we're making ice cream cones. And the ice cream is cut from catalogs of maybe tie-dye t-shirts, for instance. And this stack was, I think, a tie-dye dress in a catalog. That was kind of fun. And anything for the cone will do. And you can have the ice cream sitting in the cone. You can have the ice cream overlapping the cone, like over here. But what I'd like to do is show how to make a textured cone for this one. So this is a little large. We'll move that out of the way. If you ever need to, this is just brown construction paper, but you can use brown paper, bag paper. If I wet it, it's much more pliable, and so I'm going to get a texture from this. And for instance, I wet this paper, I folded it over so that this would look a little bit like the folded over cone. But we can take it a little further than that. So here's a piece of paper. I'm going to make an ice cream cone to go with these 3 ice cream scoops that, again, were cut from tie-dye t-shirts from a catalog. Let's move that into the camera view. All right, so these are ice cream scoops in need of a cone. Okay, so when it's pliable, now you can only get your brown paper to do this if it's, if you've wet it. Okay, so what I want to do is get that texture. So I'm going to create the texture first and then cut it out. So I'm going to just do sort of a back and forth so that they're all the same size. I'm working on a diagonal. You'll probably figure out why. So by the time I fold it, I'm going to have stripes. So I want to really crease this. I have to be gentle because when it's wet, it can tear easily. Okay, so that's a texture one way. And now I'm going to get the texture going the other way. And then I'll have that kind of ice cream cone look. So back and forth, just the regular accordion fold. Nothing special. And this hopefully will make it look like that waffling. At least it'll come closer than a flat piece of paper. It could be taken further, I'm sure, but that will get us started. Okay. All right, so I've got the waffling look, and now I just need to get the shape of my cone for this size. And I'll just start with one. I can get 2 triangles out of this, actually. So let me try for 2 triangles. All right, so I've got 2. This one I'm now going to cut across this way to get that top. And the bottom doesn't have to be pointy, so I can just sort of leave it like that. Let's see if it's a good size. It's a little big. All right, so we keep going. Let's see if that's a good size. It's a pretty good size. And we see the waffling. This kind almost looks like it should sit inside, so I'm going to make it smaller because I want it to go over the edges. I'm just going to trim this down just a little bit. There it is. Needs some glue. Could also draw on it. Now I'm thinking I can take each of those squares that were folded, and it would give me a guide. It would really look like waffling. So I'd have the texture plus the emphasis on the waffling. You can go slower and go more neatly if you want to. Ice cream cones.